the ads that have just sickened all of us.
They have?
Oh.
I think they're entertaining.
Oh no, they're just.
Well, some of them are. Some of them are kind of clever.
They've stopped being entertaining because there's just too much of a good thing.
But
if
the
you will.
debates were entertaining.
Just
But I'm
like
thinking
like
that
an
the
old rerun
ads
of
have an
Gilligan's
awful
Island.
lot to do with some of the interaction that we've heard in the debates.
Well, you know what? I'm not 100% sure because I think that I think that the town hall debate was the closest one to that. The rest of them are so canned. You know, you have just a couple of minutes.
Like your
to speak.
intro?
Well, yeah, that was the point.
I like that.
know, that was
I
very
like
clever.
Thank you. I
That was
tried.
very
I
good.
kind
was
of fought
good.
for the line a little. I'm not a good ad libber. What can I say? But I really don't believe, or I really do believe, excuse me, that the president hasn't fully come to the plate. Even in the town hall debate, it was much better. And he, you know, all the losses or whatever losses he experienced after that first debate, he bounced back from last night because he showed up this time and he did what he needed to do. But at the end of the day, you keep getting hammered. Your record, you can't run on your record, so all you're doing is bashing us being the Republicans. And they haven't stood up on these debates where now people are watching. Maybe they're still doing it on
But
the
I think that
he hasn't done it directly.
He's
done it more in a roundabout
but
way.
he can stand on his record because he does have accomplishments,
But
and
he
the last night
hasn't.
was the closest he came to it.
So
Close,
you
but he
say
hasn't
he
yet.
was there as president for strong or weak, for better or for worse.
Yes, but I also think that when you start talking about his record, you have to put it into context. And one of the things, I mean, a lot of the figures that Romney was giving, he talked about the gasoline prices, they were higher in the Bush era. You know, a lot of the
when
things
I was
that
in Europe, when I was in Europe 30 years ago, I was paying $4.50 a gallon, and that was 40 years ago.
But Americans are not going for that. You know this. I mean, people are really irate about the gas prices. My sense is that he is talking about the things that he's accomplished, but he's not talking about them with the affirmative, aggressive tone that he needs to.
But that's exactly my point.
Yes,
I think
because he does have accomplishments.
We seem to be forgetting here that Mitt Romney also has a record.
Of course.
And
it's
he's
not good.
had a real issue with, you know, the revolving door, which refers back to an old commercial from prior years. And that has, I think, cost him. I think the president did a good job last night in nailing him on it. That, well, when you were governor of Massachusetts, this is what you said, this is what you did.
Well, that was the first time. You know, I was really struck in the VP debate when Paul Ryan kept, you know, he used the platitude several times. Well, when they don't have a record to run on, all they're going to do is bash us or something along those lines. And I was waiting for Biden to, you know, sit up straight and said, we do have a record to run on, and it's a good one. 30 months of, you know, higher employment. I mean, whatever the numbers they're citing, more investment in this, you know, lower interest rates. That boom, boom, boom. There's about 5 or 6 very tangible things. Now, you may not agree with them. You may think that they're misstatements. You may be completely Republican and not care about those things. But at the end of the day, there are 5 or 6 very tangible things that can be reduced to the quick soundbite that people will listen to that he could have hammered back. And instead, it was more beating around the bush. The president did a better job in the town hall than has happened in either of the two before.
David,
but still, I don't believe they've said we have a record to run on. It's a good one, and that's why we deserve.
And
more
wait a
years.
minute, boom, boom, boom.
These debates are where your field, political science, and my field, communication, intersect in where they should intersect. The intersection is really interesting. I'm curious about political scientists' views on this. I know the communication people talk to them all the time. You think it's going to matter? You think it's mattering much?
Actually, with most political scientists, or I would say that the tenure of the field, it expresses a great deal of concern over the sound bites. I mean, our biggest, I mentioned Chicago newspapers earlier, and there really was a neo-fascist one that when the Chicago American went out.
You're
not exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, no, I knew he wasn't
yeah.
exaggerating.
But I can remember distinctly, I mean, I came from a politically oriented family, and, you know, the Sun-Times would always have the Democratic Party platform. And it would take several pages, and it wouldn't be terribly big print, but it was there.
And people would read it.
And people would probably read parts of it. I don't know how many people, besides my father, read the whole thing from page to page. And he would do that with the Republican platform as well. That is not reduced down to a few sentences. And if you go to the Obama website, you can get the accomplishments and what have you. If you go to the Romney website, quite frankly, his economic plan that he talks about still doesn't add up. You don't have enough detail to have
The
any
arithmetic
idea.
doesn't work, you
No, the
suggesting?
arithmetic just
It's
doesn't
fuzzy
work,
math.
you know.
Fuzzy
Fuzzy
math?
math.
It's fuzzy math at best, and but fuzzy math is a real thing. It's a real mathematical theory.
Well, I think Obama was clear when, and I think Biden also did this when they made it very clear. Okay,
Bonnie's got to go, that's right.
I've
I
got to
do
go.
too. I do too.
I see you next Thursday, right?
Yeah.